How's it going, guys? Today is November 2nd, new comic book day. I picked up just a couple of books. I also picked up some back issues. I missed out on one book. I really wanted to pick up Motor Girl #1, which was Terry Moore's new book, who's done Rachel Rising and Echo and Strangers in Paradise. But the shop that I went to pick up my books didn't have it, so I ordered one online to make sure I got a copy. I should have that probably next week, but really looking forward to reading that. I've read a lot of Terry Moore, but I've never really jumped on at the ground level and started reading a new Terry Moore book. So looking forward to this one for sure. But I got 3 new books today, and then a couple of back issues and a couple of trades as well. As far as the new stuff for today, I picked up Deadly Class #23, always a really awesome book. I've enjoyed Deadly Class pretty much since the start. It lost me for a couple issues in the late teens. I wasn't super crazy about it then, but back on board. It's a Remender book. I read just about every Rick Remender book that comes out. I also picked up Batman #10. Last issue, Batman's sort of assembling his own Suicide Squad. We get a kind of an interesting reveal about Catwoman in the last page or two. It was an okay book. I'm interested to check it out. I wanted to jump back on the normal Batman book, so we'll see. But the book I'm probably most excited to read this week, and it's kind of a surprise to me, is Superman #10. Really enjoyed Tomasi and Gleason's stuff so far on Superman, and really love the father and son dynamic, and clearly we get 2 times that in this issue. So really looking forward to that one. I don't know how many issues this arc with Bruce and Damian's going to be, but really looking forward to it. And then I picked up some back issues. Picked up a couple issues of Postal. This is a cool series that I jumped on. I picked up the first couple of issues about a week ago, and I've been reading through them. And I've been picking up a couple issues here and there. Really big fan of it. This is issue 4, and then this is issue 5. It's about this this town that is sort of this safe haven for criminals that are on the run, but they have this zero tolerance policy. So if you commit any sort of crime when you're there, you're going to be killed for it. So and the main character is someone who has Asperger's, and I think as a character he's really interesting. The stuff that he goes through is really interesting. This was just picked up as a Hulu TV show, so take that for what it's worth. But it's a book worth checking out if you can find the first couple trades or whatever. Really like that. Picked up the first 2 issues of Hadrian's Wall, which is an Image miniseries that came out a couple of months ago. This is the first issue here. Really cool cover. And then issue 2. This is written by Kyle Higgins, who a lot of people know from his Nightwing run, but also he's writing the Power Rangers book right now. This is a sort of a sci-fi space mystery story. Someone is killed on a space station, and our main character is gone there to investigate. The catch is it's his ex-wife's new husband, and clearly there's some issues between him and his ex-wife. So looking forward to reading the rest of this. Reminds me a little bit of Department H, except for in space as opposed to underwater. Not in the art style at all, just the style of the story. So looking forward to that. I picked up Frostbite #1. I think #2 is actually out, but this is written by Josh Williamson. The art is by, I think his name is Jason Alexander. I wanted to give a Vertigo #1 a try, so decided to grab this one. I think it's an 8-issue mini, post-apocalyptic, future Ice Age type deal. So I'll read that. I'll let you know what I think when I pick up the next issue. And that's all. That's it for singles. Just 3 books for me this week. Like I said, I wanted to pick up Motor Girl #1, but missed my opportunity. But I also picked up 2 trades. This I've read the first issue of. This is The Sheriff of Babylon. This has been on my list to check out for some time now. Written by Tom King. The art is by Mitch Gerads. The art is fantastic. The story is really good. I believe this has gotten optioned for a show as well. The way the first couple of issues blew up, it kind of has to be. But story about this guy who's a police officer in Iraq post Saddam Hussein, and his story is sort of intertwining with an old Iraqi investigator and an American Iraqi who's working for an Iraqi council. So this is not the type of book that I would normally pick up. Not normally my style, but the type of hype that was surrounding this book, I just had to give it a shot. And I'm glad I did, at least from reading the first issue. We'll give the rest a chance. I think there's 2 volumes of that trade out, actually. And then this book's been on my list to check out for a while. I've been reading Scalped and really liking that, so I wanted to give another Jason Aaron book a try, and this is Southern Bastards. I was going to try and jump, this is volume 1, Here Was a Man. I was going to try and pick it up in single issues, but I think it's on issue 14 or maybe even 15 by now, so it's a little tough to jump in, but really looking forward to giving that book a shot. Like I said, it's been on my list to check out for a while, and everything that I've read from Jason Aaron so far, whether it was his Thor run or Scalped, I've really enjoyed. So that's it for this week. Just a couple of books and a couple of trades. As always, I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon.